So, quick joke to start the video. Why did Godzilla have a bad stomach? Because he swallowed a bunch of semen. Now, welcome to the Heavy Spoilers Show. I'm your host, Definition, aka God Spoiler, and this episode we're breaking down some amazing details that we know about the upcoming monster mash of the Titans. There may be some spoilers here, so if you don't want anything ruined, then I recommend that you go deeper underground, as we will be talking in depth about some of the best aspects of the upcoming film. Make sure you smash that like button if you enjoy the video, and please subscribe to the channel to never miss an update. With that out of the way, thank you for clicking this. Now let's get into the breakdown. Okay, so if you haven't seen our last video, then go and check that out now, as it sort of fills in some of the groundwork for this one. If you're pretty much up to speed with all of the plot leaks in the film, then this will be going over them in more detail thanks to friend of the show Ian Cassidy, who dropped a ton of info on the project and pretty much went over how everything was going to work top to bottom. We've also integrated some new details and a potential trailer release date, so yeah, definitely stick around till the end. Now take these with a pinch of salt, as we of course can't verify them until we see the movie for ourselves, but from what we've heard off insiders, they all line up and flesh out the world in a really interesting way. I think when you hear them, you'll probably agree that they sound legit off what we know, and you know at the channel, we do our full research before posting to make sure there's no mistakes. Now in the leaks last time, we learned that Mechagodzilla was going to be made using the brains of the Ghidorah head that we seen at the end of King of the Monsters. This was being worked on by a company called Apex, and Ian ended up going into more detail on these and what it is that they're up to. So according to Ian, Apex makes biological weapons that are designed to eradicate the Titans. With the help of Titan DNA from Godzilla and Ghidorah, they make a WMD called Kairu that can wipe both Godzilla and Kong off the face of the earth. Apex has two agendas: disrupt the natural order and force the two kings into battle, where they can then strike on the loser with Kairu, who, as I'm sure you guessed, is actually Mechagodzilla. No prizes for getting that right, okay? Now Mechagodzilla's role is important, but apparently it doesn't appear a lot, instead being used as a way to manipulate the other characters. Monarch are trying to do everything that they can to stop Apex, so they begin to research the Hollow Earth, which is where Kong roams and rules over. It turns out that the main passages of the Hollow Earth run through Skull Island, which is how Kong was able to migrate into ruling over the domain so easily. The Titans have all moved there, and they show up on Skull Island too, falling under the rule of Kong. Now during the research into Hollow Earth, we discover the origins of Kong and the Gojira species. The two bloodlines hated each other, and we discover that Godzilla is actually the last of his kind. He lasted so long because he was the super species of Gojira, their alpha that ruled over them before Ghidorah's arrival. Juxtaposing this, the Kong species evolved differently due to being primates. The Alpha Kong was known as the King of all Kongs and King of Skull Island, which of course paints out how things were at the location. Their home is off limits to the Gojira, and they've kept them out due to the storms that surround the island. Godzilla is unaware of the Hollow Earth tunnels, but he later discovers them. Now we discover that when the Hollow Earth was formed, it broke the planet up into continents and also enabled there to be different civilizations. Godzilla's home became the lost city of Atlantis, whereas Skull Island became, well, Skull Island. Again, no prizes for getting that right. Now the inhabitants of Skull Island believe that one day there would be a reckoning when Godzilla would arrive on the island and Kong, their protector, would go head to head with it. This is shown on a cave painting that has predicted that Godzilla will come for a day of reckoning when he feels that his rule is no longer valid. This is a threat to what he views as the natural order, and it will cause a lot of issues, and thus Apex have manipulated the situation to make it seem like this is the time. As we said, the battle has been prophesized, and the people of the island have prepared for this day over the centuries by building a giant axe for Kong, which we have confirmed by the toy leaks. Now Mechagodzilla has an Orca device built into it, which causes a lot of issues with the Titans. Godzilla will become confused over why they aren't falling in line, and he becomes violent and angry over no longer being the boss. As Kong is the one Titan that can't actually be controlled, blame falls at his feet, and thus the two end up on a collision course. Now, as with most face-offs, you need motivation on both sides so that, the characters, they really have a reason to fight. You can't just kidnap Kong's mother and make him fight Godzilla. You need a proper reason here, and Apex floods Skull Island with a lot of seismic activity. These earthquakes massively mess up the landscape, and make Kong believe that he has to stop Godzilla from destroying his home even further. With the island on the verge of collapse, Kong seeks out Godzilla, and the movie apparently takes the POV of 4 perspectives. That is Kong, Godzilla, the lovely people at Apex, and those at Monarch that are trying to stop them. But we want to see them fight. We don't want any more delays, we want to see them fight, you got it? Now this leads to a battle in Hong Kong that Ian confirmed will be 5 minutes without cutting away from Godzilla or Kong. This is great as it means no humans scrambling around in the rubble with a fight going on in the background, and it's going to be very visceral, in your face, your big disgrace, slapping your Kong all over the place. Now one of the big points of contention circulating around the movie is that there's no way Kong will actually be equal to Godzilla. However, Ian states that this will prove he's an equal and a titan that can easily stand toe to toe with him. Ian says that the studio know Kong is bigger with casual fans, and thus they will really be pushing him as much as the king of the monsters. He's also a primate, so in some ways is closer to us than a big lizard, and they're meant to be leaning heavily into this in order for the audience to gain any respect for Kong. The battle ends with Mechagodzilla arriving, and the pair will go against it. We did say that we had heard there could potentially be a death in this situation, however Ian stated that there isn't, and in fact they will both survive the encounter. This will lead to the pair gaining new titles to their names, and they will roam different parts of the Earth. Godzilla will gain the name King of the Monsters and Earth's Guardian, whereas Kong will be the god of Skull Island and protector of Hollow Earth. Apparently he will also get his King Kong title too. Now they've pretty much stripped the character of the king from his name, and this is seen in the title for this movie and of course Kong Skull Island. This movie is called Godzilla Vs Kong, whereas at the end of it apparently he will indeed have the full title King Kong, and thus this will bring everything full circle and set up a brand new monster universe that Legendary can use to branch off all of their creatures into. So yeah, lots of things to look forward to, and after reading all this I'm very excited. Now before we get into the rest of the video, I just want to let you know we're giving away another free copy of the MCU Infinity Saga box set to one random subscriber. It was so popular last time, I decided to do it again, so yeah, best of luck to everyone who takes part. Now as always, the winner is going to be chosen on the 15th of August, and all you have to do to be in with a chance of winning is like the video, subscribe to the channel, and leave your thoughts on the updates in the comment section below. I really hope that you win it, yes you, and thanks for all the support. Now, as for the trailer release date, this rumour comes from GodzillaMovies.com, and they've stated that the first look at the film will debut on July 31st. According to the website, the footage is reportedly being attached to Warner Bros.' theatrical re-release of Christopher Nolan's Inception, which will be hitting theatres again starting July 31st. The date was originally meant to be the 17th, however, due to Tenet being pushed back too, the trailer was as well. Now this report states that Warner Bros. Are trying to entice moviegoers to venture back to the theatre once more, following a near 5-month lockdown caused by the coronavirus. This pretty much saw every theatre shut down completely for the entirety of spring and most of summer, and it's only recently that businesses have started operating again, with movie theatres being one of them. The footage was expected to be shown at Comic-Con this year, but again, this was another event that was cancelled due to COVID. According to the report, in addition to Godzilla vs Kong, the Inception re-release will also debut new footage from Wonder Woman 1984 and a fresh look at the new Dune movie. So yeah, lots of info there, and if you want to read the full report then I'll leave it linked in the description so you can check the entire thing out. Anyway, that's everything you need to know about the movie and all the new details that we have. If you enjoyed this video then please give it a thumbs up, and if you missed our breakdown last time then make sure you check it out right after this. If you want to support the channel from as little as 99 cents a month, then please click the join button below. We massively appreciate it, and as a thank you, you get access to content early. If you want to come chat to us after the show, either follow us at Heavy Spoilers or click the Discord link in the description below. Anyway, that's the video over. Hope you have a great day in that. Yeah, how did you say you mate? What? I think I hear my mum calling for my tea, so I've got to go. But I'll speak to you next time. Take care. Love you. I love you.